Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Only Trade to Win. And the intention of the show is to share with you how the professional trader thinks. And I'd like to show you things that are obvious to me, but they may not be so obvious to you. Today is Tuesday, December the 26th, 2023, 5 a.m. New York time. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you had a great holiday, and I wish you all the best in 2024. And as I watch other shows on YouTube, I see how much people try to rush ahead. And one thing you need to understand in investing and in trading, that there is nobody who can or will hold you back. And it is totally up to you to decide when and what you buy and how you're going to get out. So what I'm doing here is I'm talking about really basic things that everybody should implement. A lot of these things will simplify your life and will free up your brain power so you can use it when you're making your purchasing or selling decisions. So we go back to our watch list. And in the last 3 videos, we looked at all our indices, and we also looked at Apple, Microsoft, Meta. So we have Nvidia, Amazon, and Google left. So let's look at where they left off. Starting with the Dow Jones Industrial Average, it is sitting right near its all-time high. The move from 5, where it was previous all-time high, to where it is now, it's 1,000 points, a little bit more than 1,000 points, and the Dow is not pulling back. If we look at the S&P 500, we can see that it actually did make it about its 52-week, yet it has little more than 3.5% to go to its all-time high. It is sitting right under its 52-week high price that it set just a few days ago, and it's not pulling back at all. The S&P 500 was definitely strong going out into the long Christmas weekend. So we wait and see. Maybe it will be a magical week and the S&P 500 will also see its all-time highs that it set 2 years ago. And as we said, that NASDAQ 100 index did make its all-time highs, and it's trading also near its all-time highs and not pulling back. It will be interesting to see if NASDAQ 100 can make it another run, since it was able to close in its all-time high territory. We also talked a lot about that money managers and portfolio managers are looking to get paid once the indexes make it up into the all-time high territory. But there's also another thing that we mentioned a few times, and that is if you don't have hot stocks like Nvidia or Meta in your portfolio, you have a lot of explaining to do. And if we take, for example, ARK Investment, we know that they were selling Meta all the way from 1 to 2 because they told us so. They didn't like Mark Zuckerberg's concentration of so many efforts and assets on his metaverse, so they bailed out. Now the stock has reversed, and they're coming out and saying that we have added Meta to a portfolio because of their AI business development. So there you go. The portfolio managers are piling into Meta, and Meta is a part of the NASDAQ 100 index. Therefore, the index is going up as well. And our last up is Russell 2000 index, which was the lagger for the whole year. We call it the sick man because the sick man, if you can see here, it's not even at its green dotted line right here. And if we look at the longer picture, Russell 2000 has a very long way to go to its all-time highs, which are more than 20% from where the price is right now. So that's it for indexes. Then we started looking at the stocks and made a separate spreadsheet just to enter things, because we have the end of the year review coming up in just about a week or 10 days. And it made more sense just to give us an idea on where everyone is. And last time we did Apple, we did Microsoft, and we did Meta. So we have Nvidia, Amazon, Google, and let's go with my favorite, Nvidia. We've talked in great detail about Nvidia, and this is what I have left from our last lesson. Basically, what I said was that do not buy Nvidia when it makes its all-time highs because it pulls back. So here was a first pullback, 15%, 17%, 15%. And when we made it towards the end of the year, we said, look, the stock is really strong. A lot of money managers and portfolio managers are looking to buy it. So we think that it will not pull back as much as it did before, but it will pull back, and it did pull back 10% now. Nvidia is coming up on its all-time high. I am a huge fan of the company. I would like to do a separate video just on Nvidia because I saw the CEO of the company speaking at a book deal in New York just a few weeks ago, and he's phenomenal. It was one of the most awesome interviews, and there is no doubt in my mind why this company is so successful. So this stock is a leader in the artificial intelligence chip making. Its products are in extremely high demand in the industry that is experiencing unprecedented growth. If I would take a guess and say, look, flip a coin, I'd say it would be at 1,000 before it will be at 250. And again, I do not recommend anything in this channel, and I'm not saying buy or sell anything, but I'm a huge fan of the company and a huge fan of the person who is running this company. Nvidia approaching its all-time highs. I hope it trades through this 500, and when it does, we'll see it in 600 so fast. Here is my bias and not very objective review of one company, and again, I'm really a big fan. So let's move move on. Let's do Google, because Google is facing a huge question in terms of its ability to enter the artificial intelligence race. This is a weekly picture of Google, and we're looking back all the way to 2021 November when it made its all-time high. Then in March, it sold over another 40%, again making a bottom at the very last trading day of last year. And this whole year, the stock's been running up with the rest of the market. And as of last trading day before Christmas, the stock is up 63% for the year. So last time we looked at it, it was 12% away from its all-time highs, and it was also sitting right under this huge resistance area that is coming back all the way from March of 2022. And that's from where the stock dropped 40%. So the reason this area is significant is because it was very significant the last time the price traded here, right here. It sold off. Now, if it can penetrate through this area, we make an assumption that the sellers that were here, they're not interested in selling at this price anymore. And we're looking for the stock to test its all-time high. And then from there, the assumption is, since there's no supply or demand, it should just run away until it finds the liquidity area, as Microsoft did this year, and also the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So since the last time we looked at Google, it looks like it had a really nice move up. It had more than 12% to go to all-time highs, and now it has only 4 3/4. We can say that Google is eyeballing its all-time highs. And regardless what people think of whether it cannot win or not win the AI game, the price of the stock is showing that it's a very good contender. So we watch and see. If you have it, enjoy the ride. Okay, next one, Amazon. Amazon.com. What a phenomenal year for the stock. It's up more than 75%. Last time we looked at it, we said it really needs to stay above this green dotted area, and it looks like it successfully managed to get above the green dotted area and also its last resistance, the red dotted line, and we are looking at this point right here, and the next step would be all-time highs. And even though Amazon has more than 20% to go to its top, just look at where it came from. We probably will not see its all-time highs this year, but if the momentum that this stock has gained continues, we'll probably see it there by the springtime. So Amazon has 2 more resistance area to make it through, 165 and its all-time high on $187. But again, the stock is sitting near its 52-week high and is acting really strong, even though it's up more than 75% for the year. So the purpose of all these exercises is just to get you used to looking at pictures in a certain way where you start thinking through them and actually try to make something out of it. Like, for example, Tesla, it is coming up on its huge resistance area. You know, as we said before, it's extremely volatile. And here we have higher low, higher high, higher low. If we can make it above this area number 3, Tesla is in a really good position to run for its all-time highs, even though there is quite a long way to go. So Tesla has about 60% to go to its all-time highs. And I am saying that if the price makes it above 300, it has a very good chance to making a run at the 400 all-time highs area. But I don't think we're going to see it this year, even with Tesla's volatility. So that completes our Christmas review. I hope it helps you to see things that you didn't see before. And if you don't see anything, just keep looking at the pictures, keep looking at the chart, keep looking and try to think through at what you see. Mark different areas, color-coded like a Christmas tree, but just try to come up with some kind of methodology that will help you think about this chaos in some kind of structural way. There's just no other way around it. And they keep the charts on the screen because they respect your time, because they know that your time is valuable. And the more time you spend looking at this stuff, the faster you will get the basics. And once you have the basics, then you can move on and find other teachers that teach you more complex things. But I can tell you one thing, if you master the basics, if you become the best in the world at basics, you will make so much money you wouldn't know what to do with it. And today people tend to rush through. So don't rush through. Watch this over and over and over until it makes sense to you. Go draw lines, go draw different things, mark areas, and see if you are getting it or not. And if you're not getting it, do not put real money into this game. If you cannot make fake money, forget about it. You will not be able to make real money. And as this year ends, let's just say that it was the most phenomenal year in a long time. I think Meta is a perfect picture of what happened. 2022, we go from 1 to 2. Interest rates are rising. Russia starts full-scale war in Ukraine. Inflation is out of control. And then number 3, we get to year 2020. 2023. And regardless of all the news, market climbs the wall of worry, and Meta climbs the wall of worry that its CEO invested too much time and too many assets in developing the metaverse. However, he has proven them wrong. So look at this picture going in 2024 and think that anything is possible in the markets. And if you just invest enough time and you have enough patience and you acquire basic skills, then there is truly an unlimited amount of money for you to take out of the markets. Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you for listening to Only Trade to Win. Please subscribe to our channel and comment on what things you'd like me to talk about in the next year, whether it would be specific stocks, indexes, or if you have general questions on trading and psychology. I'll see you next time, and I'm wishing you all the best.